All right. The Ravens and the Titans, man, that was an interesting one. I know you guys saw the end of the game. The Ravens stomped on the logo, which the Titans did back in Week 11 when they played each other. When the Titans beat them, Fire, what was your thoughts watching that game?
That game was disappointing. I'm kind of upset that Mike Vrabel did not give Derrick Henry some more chances. Like 16 carries in a playoff game, that's terrible. Like, oh no, okay, wait. I don't think it was 16. I think it was more than that, wasn't it?
It was like 16 or 18.
Well, I
Okay,
mean,
yeah.
he wasn't playing well.
He
I
had
mean,
40
I mean, I mean,
yards.
look, but I mean, like, dude, if you have 16 carries, right, and you have like 65 yards, like one more carry can make a difference. Like, I just think Mike Vrabel quit too early. I think he quit because if you think about it, like, okay, they were up 17, what, 0 or something?
10-0.
10-0. And I think they were underestimating Baltimore, honestly. I honestly think they thought, oh, Lamar can't win the playoffs, oh, blah, 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 blah. And they just, like took the foot off the gas and kind of just were like, just like chill. I mean, they honestly should have kept going. Like they should have really like gave it to Derrick Henry more, AJ Brown, Corey Davis, like punch it. But you let Lamar Jackson run and you have nobody on quarterback spy, man. Like, come on. If you're playing like a mobile quarterback like that, you need to have a quarterback spy on him 24/7. Like, there's no reason why this dude should run through your whole defense and score a touchdown. That just makes no sense.
I know where you're coming from, but I also would like to give some credit to Baltimore's defense. They really stepped up after they let up that lead. And at first, it was looking like the same old Lamar, the same old Ravens, that they were going to just, make it to the playoffs with such a great record and just kind of fall off. But they showed up after they got down 10-0. They snapped back into it after a terrible interception by Lamar. It was a terrible throw. They got back into it. That long run, I mean, there's not much you could do about that. He ran through like 6 players. Obviously, you could tackle better, but Lamar is hard to bring down. Even though he's super skinny, he's just so elusive, so you can't really bring him down. One of the fastest players in the league. So you can't really blame the Titans. Yes, their offense, kind of hit a roadblock. But Henry wasn't getting many yards. He had 40 yards on about 16, maybe 18 carries. So the Ravens defense just really stepped up. I can't even lie. And Tannehill, that game was like they made Tannehill beat them, and he didn't do that. So that's my take. Nick, what you think?
Well, I think I agree with you. Like, hats off to the Ravens defense. Like, it's not easy to stop Derrick Henry, but the whole game they had him bottled up. So credit where credit is due. The Ravens defense stepped up. If they keep stepping up like that, they could make a little run. But Lamar, I was a little skeptical. This season he didn't look the same, but he really showed out in the playoffs. So I have to give him credit. He threw for, I think, 170. He ran for 130. Like that, just the way he's going to run, but he can still beat you with your legs, even though you know it. Like he's looking like no one we've really seen before. So hats off to the Ravens defense, especially. Lamar made some plays. Derrick Henry got shut down.
Yeah. That matchup is going to be fun next week. I know that for sure. We'll get into that.
Also, a new rivalry between the Ravens and Titans. They do not like each other.
Oh, yeah. That was – I love to see that. They got back at him for something they did earlier in the season. So I wouldn't be too mad. I mean, obviously that pissed the Titans off, but that just sparked a rivalry. Hopefully they play again next year, which they most likely will. And that'll be fun to watch too.